Good morning to all my friends, followers, van lifes, family, and all you. Today is my first good video for van lifers, and this is my van life. What my trade? I'm known as Dano, the Rust Buster, and what I do is I'm a traveling service provider, and what I do is repair rust on vintage muscle cars from the '60s and '70s. I carry my tools with me, and I travel all over, up and down the eastern seaboard, doing what I do. I'm probably the only one in the country that does that, as far as I know, anyway. Here's an example of one of my girls. This is a 1968 GTO, and it was riddled with cancer and rust, the way that they do, and I took care of it. I'm a metal worker. I cut out the rust, replace it with fresh metal, and get it ready for the body shop. And then I move on to the next one. I visit here, every couple of weeks with this client. It's been going on for a couple of years. I tour all over New England and the Carolinas, and that's the way I go about it. Well, what's interesting, or should be interesting to you van lifers, is how I power myself being a metal worker with grinders and welders and everything else. Come on over. Let me show you how this goes. What happens is a lot of times I come across a car. It's in New England, especially, where the car is far away from a good solid power source. So if I have to run an extension cord for 200 feet to power my tools, the grinders don't work properly. It's just a large amperage drop. So, and seeing as how I travel, I want my comfort too. So what I ended up doing was, being a metal fabricator, I have six 12-volt batteries, three on each side. Two of them are Deep Cycle Marine. They're all brand new. So that's about, they're 600 amps each. So that's about 3,500 cold cranking amps DC power. And what I have it going through is this 5,000 watt inverter. This is just a small backup inverter that I, use it for a charger, my battery charger and such. But this is the worker right here. Up here is this is for the AC. This is for the refrigeration. This is for the compressor. Right now, I'm running on shore power. I'm running on shore power that comes in, and right now, as I'm running on shore power, the only thing that I'm going to be working off of these batteries today. So I've got, by working off it, I mean through the inversion to 120 volts AC. I'm going to run my welder, my angle grinders, everything off of that, and see how well the solar panel. Let's see what it can do. A lot of this stuff is testing, The batteries are all connected, by the way, by 4-aught cable. It has to be 4-aught, nothing less, to transfer that amount of DC. So how do I keep them charged other than the charger from shore power? It's up front. Let's go take a look. What I've got, the stock, this is a 1978 GM Chevy G20, by the way. This is Goldie. This is my transporter. She's got 400,000+ miles on her. And she just keeps going and going and going and going. The motor was replaced in 1988. So the motor's only 35 years old. Throttle body injection, 305. She runs sweet every day. The problem was that I got 6 batteries in the back, and I've got one up front. That's 7 batteries to charge, and the stock alternator at 105 amps. It was too much. Too much for them. I looked. I found jegs. Everybody that's in performance knows about jegs. I got them through Amazon at about $150, and it produces 140 amps at about 1,500 RPM. What a sweet spot. So that's in there now. and I'm running a smart battery isolator. So when that motor is off, when the engine stops running, the front half of the business of part of the deal. Come on over here, and you can see that I'm pretty slick on my electrical. This is for everything that has to do with the van itself. The isolator to the batteries are the back. So this battery's for the front half. The battery bank is for the back. And it was just this has taken me 3 years to put together on theory, and just being I'm very mechanical, as you can see, and very electrical. So let me show you a little bit more about Goldie, because a lot of people are looking for ideas. Inside, there's that wall that I make, because my tools are on the other side. What you see is insulation, so it's kind of I'm still building it out. I'm doing all my electrical for audio and such like that. But there's that Toshiba AC that runs when the engine is running, and I can run the AC. My bunk, of course, and I have a toaster oven, microwave, espresso. There's a sink that I got. It's a fish cutting table, basically. I got it from Amazon for like 75 bucks. There's a 12-volt water pump back there with two 3-gallon water bottles and I have the water exits right out the bottom. I don't have a garbage disposal or anything like that. So I just want to make a cup of coffee or wash my hands, wash my face, what have you. So I just let the water go out. As you see, this is a dormer refrigerator. It's a 120 volt operation. That's the only thing that's running on the house power now. When I go to when I travel, I have it plugged into the battery bank and through the inverter, and it pulls about 1 amp. It's really nothing. This guy it runs on 12 volt or 120. I run it strictly on 12 volt. It's more efficient. This can run for days and days and days and days without the engine running. Both of them can now, actually. But this is my. Oh, and I made you can't might be able to see it, but there's a flat screen TV right there, and I made this cap. So that I'm 6 foot even, and I've got insulation under the floor, a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, and I can stand up to my head just touches. Before, the ceiling used to be here, and I was creeping around, and no. If I'm going to be a full-time van lifer, I need head space, and I need my comforts. As you see, this lid comes right off of here, because I never have the sink is up in here, and I keep this on here, so that's my counter space, and that's how that goes. My compressor is right there, my work compressor, but I'm going to end up making, seeing as how I am a fabricator, I'm going to make it so that it hangs, the motor will be on one side of the frame and the tank will be on the other. It'll be underneath the van. It'll be quieter, it'll be out of my hair, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, there's the cap up there. I made that out of aluminum and aluminum framing and aluminum sheet. It probably weighs 20 pounds. It's amazingly light. And of course, you can see my AC is tucked up in such a way that I'm about as stealth as you can get. Those are the intake vents for the side, the AC, so that it can breathe. You guys know about that. I've got a 6-inch fan that I'm going to be putting behind the opening there to help pull more air across the condenser. And that's about that. I hope if you have any questions about electrical, but I can't tell you how many solar panels you'll need to run, how many watts, how many amp hours and such like that. I just wanted to show you what I needed and how I went about addressing that need. So now, again, just the day before yesterday, engine running, everything on, and the alternator through the isolator kept those batteries charged, so that the draw through the inverter came down to 12.2 and stopped. That's where it stayed. So it's like that is the best news that I could possibly hope for. If I continue to lose a voltage drop until it's down to about 9.5, the alarms would be going off, and I'd need more batteries. And I don't want to buy I don't want to buy any more batteries. These are lead acid. They're $120 each. I got 6 of them. I don't want to add any more. Van life people, I love you all. See you out on the road. I'll be going up to New England in the spring to do my summer and New England tour. I'm Dano the Rust Buster on YouTube.com. Feel free to click to subscribe. Follow along. These are adventures that I go on. Thank you much and be well. Bye bye.